Welcome to another explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating DIY technique that literally transforms ordinary t-shirts into high-end vintage art. If you've spent any time at all looking at streetwear trends lately, you've definitely seen these incredible, intentional, custom-looking pieces. Well, today, we're going to dig right into the exact science, the technique, and the styling behind the most viral DIY fashion trend of the year. So let's dive right into this. How exactly does a cheap, everyday grocery store bleach pen replicate the look of a premium boutique streetwear piece? I mean, it almost sounds too good to be true, right? You're taking a super basic household cleaning tool, applying it to a standard dark tee, and suddenly, bam, you have something that looks like it belongs in an exclusive $120 pop-up shop. Listen to this quote from Tanya, a graphic designer and DIY creator. She said, "A friend literally Googled where to buy her shirt while she was wearing it, and it was just a $6 basic black tee and a $4 Clorox pen." That perfectly illustrates the power of this hack. It creates a result so sharp, so deliberate that people automatically assume it's a designer label. And that's exactly the magic we're going to unlock for you today. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the high-end streetwear secret. Look at the tools and your perfect canvas, and walk through the 4-phase art process. Then we'll talk about mastering the reaction time, look at 7 vintage design ideas, and finish up with a styling and care guide. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the high-end streetwear secret. Precision is everything. You know, there's a really stark contrast between traditional methods and this new hack. Think about standard liquid or spray bleach for a second. It's all about messy, broad areas. You get those unpredictable clouds like you do with tie-dye. But the thick gel of a bleach pen, it's a total game changer. It gives you absolute pinpoint control over your lines. You're not crossing your fingers and hoping for a good result anymore. You're drawing exactly what you want with zero bleeding. Precision really is the whole shebang here. Moving right along to section 2, tools and perfect canvas, choosing your base. So you've got a few options for the pen itself. The standard Clorox bleach pen gel with its dual tip is hands down, highly recommended for beginners. Its medium-thick gel just won't run or bleed, which makes it awesome for all-around use and lettering. Now, if you need highly detailed line work, the control pen with its thicker gel is your best bet. Generic brands totally work too, but just a heads up, their thinner gel can be a little less predictable. But here is absolutely the most crucial point, choosing the right canvas. You absolutely need a 100% cotton, pre-washed, medium-weight shirt. But even more importantly, you need a shirt made with reactive black dyes. These high-quality dyes are the secret ingredient that reacts to the bleach gel by shifting to those warm, highly sought-after amber and rust tones. If you use a shirt with cheaper, direct dyes, you might just end up with these kind of sad, murky gray lines, and nobody wants that. Okay, section 3. The 4-phase art process, from setup to drawing. Before the fun begins, you've got to complete this quick 3-minute safety setup. Good ventilation and gloves are non-negotiable. Lay your shirt flat and slide a cardboard insert right inside to stop the gel from bleeding through to the back. But the absolute most important part of this setup, you need to prep a neutralizing bath. That's 1 part 3% hydrogen peroxide to 10 parts water, and have it seating ready right next to you before you even pick up that pen. Once you're prepped, we move to the actual drawing phase. First, make sure you wash your shirt without fabric softener so the bleach can really penetrate. Next, lightly sketch your roadmap with chalk. Don't stress, chalk washes right out. Then, shake the pen and prime the tip on some scrap cardboard to get the gel flowing smoothly. Finally, draw your design using smooth, connected strokes, kind of like you're using a really thick marker. Oh, and pro tip, work from the top down so your hand doesn't accidentally smudge your masterpiece. Which brings us to section 4, mastering the reaction time, racing the clock. I love this description from DIYer Christina L. She said she set a timer and watched the color develop like a Polaroid photo in reverse. That captures the magic perfectly, doesn't it? The exact second your pen hits the fabric, you are literally racing the clock as the chemistry actively shifts the color right before your eyes. Timing is everything. 5 to 8 minutes of sitting on the fabric gives you a really nice, soft golden hue. But that 10 to 15-minute mark, that warm rust to amber, is the absolute sweet spot for that $90 streetwear look. Now, you can push it to 25 minutes if you want a bright cream color, but whatever you do, never exceed 30 minutes. At that point, the bleach stops changing the color and just starts eating straight through the cotton fibers. And that brings us to the most critical action step. When your design hits your perfect tone on that timeline, stop the clock. You must immediately submerge the shirt completely in that neutralizing bath you prepared earlier. Leaving it in the hydrogen peroxide mix for 3 to 5 minutes instantly halts the bleach reaction. This step is absolutely crucial for saving the structural integrity of the cotton so your shirt doesn't fall apart in the wash.
All right, on to Section 5, 7 Vintage Design Ideas, Finding Your Aesthetic.
If you're staring at a blank black canvas and feeling stuck, here are 7 awesome ideas to spark some inspiration. Whether you want a super beginner-friendly scattered star field, a single impactful word in your own handwriting, or an advanced geometric back panel, the secret here is that freehand imperfections actually make these designs look more artistic. A perfectly stenciled circle just looks like a machine did it, but a slightly irregular hand-drawn sun halo, that looks like genuine boutique art.
Now, let's be totally transparent about the whole process. The pros are definitely massive. You get unmatched precision, a genuine high-end look, and the whole thing costs under $6. But the cons are real too. You absolutely require good ventilation, your results will vary based on the shirt's dye, and, most importantly, mistakes are permanent. You literally cannot erase bleach. But honestly, embracing those permanent marks is kind of part of the thrill.
Finally, we reach Section 6, our styling and care guide, making it last. Caring for this wearable art is all about preserving the structural integrity of those bleached lines over dozens of wears. Rinse it thoroughly in cold water after neutralizing, then machine wash it entirely alone on a cold, gentle cycle. Turn it inside out, absolutely skip any detergents with optical brighteners, and whatever you do, avoid the dryer. Air dry it flat or hang it up. The heat from a dryer will drastically accelerate the breakdown of the bleached fibers.
The real beauty of a custom bleach pen tee is just how versatile it is. I mean, it's a total chameleon. It can anchor an elevated coffee date outfit when tucked into a midi skirt, just as easily as it can be the centerpiece of a relaxed weekend streetwear look with wide-leg jeans and a silver chain. It's an incredibly adaptable statement piece that just molds to whatever vibe you're going for.
What we're really talking about here is so much more than just a weekend craft project. By taking 40 minutes of quiet focus, you're transforming a mass-produced garment into something completely 100% unique. You're stepping right outside algorithmic fashion trends and creating something irreducibly yours. And honestly, that is a genuinely countercultural fashion statement. So, now that you know the chemistry, the timing, and the tools, it's all on you. Grab a $4 pen, a plain black tee with reactive dyes, and set up your workspace safely. In a world full of algorithmic, mass-produced fashion, what entirely unique statement are you going to draw first? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.